comes to the world of the Nintendo Switch 2, I have to say that the games that Nintendo have made for them, specifically by Nintendo, they've been games that haven't quite met people's expectations, in my opinion. I mean, I think, I can't be the only one that got tired of Mario Kart World by week 2. I mean, I finished basically the entire game in like 5 days, and it basically got bored and decided to move on. And that's when I moved on to like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I made a whole video about how I did enjoy it until it got just repetitive over and over again, basically the same thing, just a rinse and repeat gameplay style. And that brought me to The Legend of Zelda: Age of Imprisonment, which I have to say that Age of Imprisonment is my favorite Nintendo Switch 2 game. But also, I just had the chance to play Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and I have to say, I actually really enjoyed this game, which is what I really want to talk about. I feel like a lot of people were disappointed by Prime 4 Beyond, so let's discuss that. Let's jump right into it. I just gotta start off by saying Nintendo did not want to disappoint the fans of the Metroid series without having good graphics of the game. I mean, at the very beginning of the game, you have the option to choose whether you want 120 FPS and a 720 resolution, or like a 180 resolution and a 60 FPS. Either way, Nintendo wants the player to have a great time with the graphics, and I have to say, through the gameplay of this, I was not disappointed with the graphics at all. The beginning of the game definitely has a Halo feeling to it. I mean, the Federation is being attacked by this group of space pirates, and they call in Samus to come and help the Federation fight against these space pirates, which is amazing. There's also like these different aliens that get controlled by Metroids, that the very first boss that Samus comes against, she has to find a way to defeat the Metroid that's controlling it. And I just love the resolution that I chose for it. It's so cool. The fighting is intense with it. I love the feeling that the game has, that it gives you. You feel like you're Samus yourself as you're looking through the visor, like playing in first person mode, and then you can go into like the morph ball to get through these certain areas of the Federation headquarters, and you can see the Federation being attacked as Samus is in the morph ball mode, and she's just going through these pipes and everything to get around the Federation campground. It's really cool. The action to this is amazing. It definitely makes you feel like you're part of the action, part of the battle. It's pretty intense, and I love it. So during the battle on the Federation, we learn that the leader of the space pirates is this cyber mechanic man named Xylix, and I guess like he's had beef with Samus before. Like throughout the game, you do have these little cutscenes of why he hates Samus, but it's never like truly explained what truly caused the animosity between these two. Anyway, like during the battle, this like teleportation key thing, like it's never really explained what it is, but it hits, like during Samus and Xylix's fight, it gets hit and it ends up like transporting the Federation and Samus and everybody else to this other planet. There you learn Samus is this chosen one by this alien race, and they've chosen her to like help bring peace to this one planet, and she's given the task of finding these 5 keys, and once she finds these 5 keys on this planet, then she can return back to her own planet by going to this temple, activating this machine, which will bring them back, which really sets the whole pace of what the game is about, which is really fun because throughout the game, Samus gains these abilities to use like these psychic powers. It's pretty cool. Probably the number one thing that I enjoyed the most about Metroid Prime Beyond was just the areas that Samus can go to. I mean, the very first area that Samus goes to is like this jungle, ancient temple looking area called Fury Green. And what I love about it is just, it kind of feels like you're basically on a tropical jungle resort thing. Yeah, there are like these giant insects that are trying to attack her and kill her, but with the music having this like elf-like sound to it, super mystical. It's just super fun to explore the ruins of this Fury Green building area. It's super fun to be able to find things that can upgrade Samus' suit along the way through the gameplay as you go through Fury Green. There's aliens that Samus has to take on with this member from the Federation that is early introduced named Mackenzie, who's his part in the game is to upgrade Samus' suit with different things that she can bring back to him. It's super cool. I love the way that it's played out, even though a lot of people didn't like Miles Mackenzie or the fact that the Federation one was brought into the game. I personally think it was a cool concept. One major thing that people always bring up that they didn't like, which personally I don't see, well, I kind of see where they're getting at, is the desert area, which I will admit was kind of a bummer, but personally I loved it. After Samus goes from Fairy Green to this tower, it's like, Valley Forge. I don't want to say Valley Forge. It's just like this tower that Samus goes to, and it's in the tower that she's able to learn to control this motorcycle, the Viola, and Samus can Volt Forge. That is the name of the tower, gosh. Anyway, once Samus learns to control the Viola, she can go into this large area, what the planet is, just this desert-like area, and it is empty, which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, if you take the time to explore it, it's not, I mean, you can go on through these areas, the empty desert, and once in a while when you're driving through it, different enemies will appear, like these birds that attack Samus will appear, or these robots will randomly appear, or these aliens will appear. And also, as you're going through the desert, once in a while you will find these shrines, that once you complete these shrines, you can unlock upgrades for these different cannon shots that Samus will use throughout the game to help fight enemies. I thought it was a cool concept, but at the same time, I can see where people are coming through. Like, if this had been done for Breath of the Wild, like, Hyrule was just this empty area. There were no bokoblins or moblins or Hinoxes around. It was just Link going through this tree-filled area, just this vegetation area with no enemies around. I could definitely see how that would get boring. And that's how Metroid Prime 4 Beyond in the Desert is. Yeah, there's shrines, but they're spaced really far apart in the desert, which can get really boring really fast. There's not much to explore, really. So, yeah, I can see how people don't like the area. But me personally, I just had fun riding through the dunes and doing donuts and things. I had fun with it. The only really thing that I didn't like about this game was that there was so much backtracking. I mean, it is nice when you're in the desert and you're just cruising around and you have nowhere to go. It is nice that Miles Mackenzie, the Federation guy who upgrades Samus' suit, it is awesome that he'll get on the communicator and he'll offer suggestions of where to go. But it's so frustrating once you get, like, to the volcano, for example, and Samus can't cross the volcano unless she has an upgrade to her suit, and she has to go to this other area to get that upgrade, but she can't get that upgrade until she goes to this one area first. It's really annoying. Like, I do wish the game was linear with its upgrades. How if Samus got this one upgrade, she could go to this area that had been suggested. She could get through that area, get the upgrade, go to the next. Instead of going to this one area, then have to go all the way back to the beginning to get this one item, and then go back and then realize that you can't progress until you go to this other area that you've already been to get this one item that you missed. I thought it was kind of tedious, but I did enjoy. I guess it's all the experience a Metroid has, just enjoying the world of exploration, finding the things you missed in areas you've already visited. I guess that's what people love about Metroid. Even though it does get tedious, I admit it is satisfying once you find those upgrades. Plus, the game really does have fun gameplay that turns into cutscenes, and when the cutscenes turn into gameplay. I mean, when Samus goes into the ice belt, she's attacked by these wolves, and they're like running a circle around her, and she can't escape the wolves because she'll be knocked back, or the wind will like knock her away. So like, she has to survive the wolf's attacks, and instead of it being fighting, it's just a matter of waiting out that moment, like waiting out the cutscene until the final cutscene happens, where the wolves are scared off by gunfire from this member of the Federation. But I thought that was cool. It was all about survival. I liked that. I liked surviving the ice belt. That was probably one of the funnest areas. How it's just like this puzzle solving. Once you bring power back to the ice belt, it completely changes into a whole new gameplay design. I mean, the aliens that were like in hibernation are back to life. So not only is it like puzzle solving, but it's also about a fight for survival. I thought that was really cool. Plus, the boss fight's really fun. It's kind of like just this giant ice-like spider that you fight, and it'll like get stuck in the ice walls, where Samus will blast the Metroid that's controlling it. I thought it was a pretty fun boss fight, and it's just, that was probably one of the best areas of the game, honestly. I had a really fun time with it. The flare pool, the volcano area, I thought it was really gonna like that area. It turned out to be my least favorite area though. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't really offer a challenge, I don't think. Like, it was pretty boring. Like, you do run into some Federation people that you work with throughout the area, and one of them is just like, oh my gosh, it's Samus Aran! She is so cool! She's like the badass bounty hunter of the Metroid universe! She's just like fangirling over Samus the whole time. Though, I have to say that once you get to the boss fight of this one, it is pretty cool. It's just like this fire serpent, and at first it's just Samus riding the Viola over this lava while blasting these little lumps on the monster, and then you end up on the monster itself while it's attacking Samus. Plus, at the very end, for the last section of life, Samus can use her psychic abilities to control a shot down its throat to blast the Metroid that's inside it. I thought that was pretty cool. So, and once that's destroyed, it goes total Metroid, where it's a countdown before the, like, volcano implodes. So you have like 4 minutes to get out of that area. I thought that was fun. So, even though I didn't love the flare pool, there were concepts to it that I did love. Especially the boss fight and the countdown to get out of there. Those two things were the best. So, near the end of the game, you go into this area of the mines, which I didn't mind. It's kind of cool. It's more like survival underground because the aliens in this planet, they're called grievers. They're attracted to loud vibrations. And so, like, if you don't want to be attacked by these grievers continuously, just save your missile ammo, because that's what attracts them. But it's fun because you get to rely on these other soldiers of the Federation to fight with, which is pretty fun in my opinion. And also, there's this giant Griever that's the boss of the area, which was probably one of the best boss fights of the entire game. I had a lot of fun with him. He'll like summon up these mini Grievers that you have to fight, and at the same time you gotta stun him to get him to fall off the walls, so you can shoot this sword in the middle of his chest, which is his weak spot. I thought it was a fun boss fight. So after defeating all the bosses and getting all the keys, you still have this one task to collect these green energy crystals to grow this one fruit, which personally I thought was a stupid side quest. It felt like a side quest, but it turned out to be a big part of the game. You just have to collect these green energy crystals to grow this fruit, and once you get this fruit, Samus actually does get a cool suit upgrade. But it is fun in my opinion. Like, I'm sure there's some people that kind of figured it as a chore list, going out and collecting these green crystals to grow the fruit. But I enjoy just driving around the desert, fighting this one fish-like enemy at this one point. But I like collecting the crystals. There's this one soldier that you can find in the desert. Like, he'll be by this campfire playing his harmonica when Samus finds him, and the two will just sit by the fire. And you'll have these cutscenes of the two just talking about their life, what they're expecting in life, what to come out of the things that they're doing with their lives. I think it's pretty cool. Plus, like I said before, once you get enough energy crystals to grow the fruit, Samus gets a really cool suit power upgrade. So we're at the final fight with Sylix, and even though, in my opinion, he was the easiest boss fight, he was also really the funnest. I mean, there's, at the beginning of the boss fight, you're fighting with all these Federation people all shooting up Sylix, and he's like in this pod thing you have to like blast the pods, and it'll create these tentacles that Samus has to pull down with her lasso. And at one point, once you get all the tentacles ripped off, Sylix can turn the paw thing into this dragon head, and it's all the elements that Samus has collected. Like, it's fire, it's ice, it's lightning, that Samus just has to avoid. And there's this one point, once you get through that phase, you fight Sylix through this wormhole as he shoots at Samus. And then once you get him to like halfway health, the two of you just end up fighting on a planet. And that part's really fun too, because Sylix can go in Morph Ball. He can steal Samus's energy tanks if he hits her in his Morph Ball mode. And there's other abilities that he can use, like create these dark hole energies that he can shoot at Samus, but Samus can use her telekinesis energy to like slow time and to shoot Sylix in slow motion. It's a really fun fight. It was super easy, but it was actually a fight that I really enjoyed. I will say that the ending is trash though. I mean, I wish that it gave you an option of how you ended the game. Like, it ends with, you think you've defeated Sylix for good. Like, Samus returns to the group of the Federation soldiers from the wormhole. You're all getting ready to go home. And then Sylix appears again. And the Federation, they're just like, Samus, get out of here! We'll hold him back! Go! And you don't have the option to either fight with the Federation or teleport. And it seems you do at first, but it only gives you the option to teleport back home. And the Federation soldiers are just like, good luck, Samus. And Samus just leaves, and the screen goes black, and the credits roll. It's really stupid. When that happened, I'm like, okay, what?
Hey, what?
But all in all, I really did like this game. I thought it was really fun. It was really fun to go into first person and then third person when Samus goes into the morph ball. It definitely felt like you play as Samus throughout the game. The graphics of this game were amazing. Just super fun action game. I'm like 100% sure that if you like Metroid games, I'm sure you're gonna like Metroid Prime Beyond. Even though it does have its faults, it's a really fun game. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Metroid Beyond. Please let me know what you thought of it. If you liked it, I hope you did. Please give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.